greed being able to bring some of my best friends into the program. They are truly Christmas experts. They are friends that I've had for decades here at QVC, and I consider them to be the very, very best at what they do. So with that said, I want to start with Mr. Christmas, because Mr. Christmas is a company, family owned and operated still, that was founded back in 1933 in West Virginia by a gentleman that created displays for retail store windows. And you have to imagine, if you were a little kid, 5, 6 years of age, in West Virginia on a cold December night, downtown with your mommy and daddy for them to do Christmas shopping, and you would see in this plate glass window a reindeer that moved. It was thrilling. Now think about this. This was years before Disney created animatronics. It was decades before that became an experience. So for children to see reindeer mechanically moving blew their mind. And they have been blowing people's minds in the greatest of ways ever since. In the 1960s, my mother had a Christmas tree made of tinsel. It was only about 3 feet tall, and it was nothing more than a wooden dowel with holes in it, and this wonderful tinsel material on metal sticks, and you had to place each one of the boughs of that tree into that wooden dowel, and it was her favorite little tree for the dining room. So when Mr. Christmas came out with their retro tinsel wreath, I immediately fell in love. It lights up. It lights up. We've got some choices for you here. We've got the snowman, and I can tell you we've got about 600 in the snowman. We have reindeer. Those are even more limited. There's only about 300 of those. We have a really cute angel, and then we have the little red truck. In the little red truck, there's about 250, a little less, that are available to us. I get to introduce you to that first friend. Leslie Hermanson is one of the elves who works every day of the year to bring Christmas to people. She's broadcasting live via Skype from her home. Welcome. How are you, Leslie? It's great to see you.
Probably closer to the Will Ferrell scale elf, but yes.
Yeah.
Dan, so great to see you. Thank you so much for having me and for such a sweet introduction. You're a wonderful friend and an inspiration to all of us in the world of Christmas decorating. And of course, I'm sure you can see your influence here because yes, we love these vintage tinsel wreaths. The look of tinsel is so truly vintage. But what we did was really embellish these. I'm sorry, I can never tell which way I'm supposed. There we go. Yeah. What we did was embellish this with the shatterproof ornaments, the mini micro lights. We put a little wooden sign at the top. Each one has a different message. We used a little satin ribbon so that you can hang this at home and make it look so finished. And then, of course, each one has a different message. Each one has a different icon in the center. And I love, Dan, that these are going to kind of work back to the lamppost that you and I are going to be talking about later on. So this lamppost has, look at the reindeer on the lamppost. And now look how fun that we used our same vintage characters to do the reindeer inside of the I Believe in Santa Claus wreath. This one has the red, the green, and the silver shatterproof balls. There is so much to each one of these. The detailing, the hand painting, all of those shatterproof ornaments. And there, look, I love the light that you can see on your wreath there in the studio. Yep. Battery operated with a timer. Don't put this outside unless you have a covered porch. If you're covered, you should be okay. But this is really meant to be, it's so decorative and fun. Oh, thanks. That's the battery compartment with the Velcro that holds that battery compartment in place. And this is just, you could even nestle this into a tree. If you have a big tree and you love the vintage look, nestle it there. Put this above the mantle. Put it between your front door and if you have a storm door, it could go in there. I love bringing all of these detailed elements into a wreath.
And I want people to understand, almost everything that you see that Leslie and I will share together are made by hand. And I don't care who you are. I think all of us become more nostalgic at Christmas time.
Right.
8-year-olds go, I remember when I was 6. we just kind of turn back the clock of our own personal calendars, and we think back to simpler times. And I have no idea now what has happened to that tinsel tree that I started the presentation talking about, but I remember how my mother adored that tree. And for decades, tinsel became a thing of the past. People don't put tinsel on their Christmas trees anymore because you're still sucking it up in the vacuum cleaner on 4th of July. So
Dan, I might do it.
Well, didn't your great-grandfather somewhat start in the tinsel business?
Yes, selling. He was my grandfather. Selling tinsel out of the back of his truck.
Okay.
Because that's how he started out decorating. And so I always put a little tinsel in my trees. I even have some in this tree right here, because I just love the sparkle that you can't get from anything the way you can get it from tinsel.
Yeah.
So it has that. It's just so amazing that it reflects light so dynamically. So whether it's the light that's shining in your home, or there you can see if it's the light that we included in. And I just want to let you know, when you get this at home, you may need to kind of adjust those.
You got to floof it.
Right. Well, you got to floof it. Yeah, I like that. I like floof better than fluff. So you got to, the lights that are there, they might need to be sort of replaced a little bit, but they're on a micro wire. You know how to do this. You have your Bethlehem lights, fairy lights. You know exactly how to do it. Just put them in the right spot so they're illuminating perfectly. And then you have this will come to life every night when the lights turn on, because they have that timer built in, so you don't have to worry about this. Put this anywhere you want in your home. We include this satin ribbon, so it hangs. It looks so finished, and that's what I love about this. It has that sort of really decorator specialty feel to it.
If you want the red truck that Leslie is holding, do not wait.
Yeah.
There's fewer than 200 of them to go around. And if they do sell out today, I can say with pretty strong assurance that we will not have them back as we draw ever closer to the holidays.
Cannot.
Those sale prices of $36.72 and the 5 easy pay payments, those go away at the end of our day. So don't wait. Coming up a little bit later on from Leslie, there's something about trains and Christmas. They just go together perfectly.